Hi, this is Ashford, and this is my lesson plan for EDLM 6200, Reflective-Reflexive Practices in Technology-Enabled Environments. So, let's get into it. We're looking at teachers who would be in their undergraduate level 2, on project scheduling and implementation. We're talking today about the project management plan. So, what would we be doing? We try to increase the awareness by reflection and understanding of what is a project management plan and its components. And then we try to work collaboratively using Google Docs and Zoom to produce the project management plan. Within this classroom, we've learned that not all students learn the same way. In this course, it was identified that there were many students who preferred differing forms of delivery of the course material, and this is what we would attempt to address. So, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to analyze their beliefs, thoughts, life experiences, and how they shape in the way in which the scope, cost, and time are developed and managed. They would reflect upon its transformation from the triple constraint to the quadruple constraint, and they develop an awareness of the various components that compose a project management plan. And these are the resources that I would be using. So, we look at student-centered and high-tech approaches to learning. We'll begin with watching the video based on the topic as an introduction to it, and then we'll have a discussion on the video shown. We would allow students to share their own beliefs and experiences they had before watching the video, and how their perceptions may or may not have changed after watching the video. Then we talk about the multiple means of representation. Within this lecture, PowerPoint presentation would be used throughout the class. We'd have a discussion on the knowledge areas of project management, an understanding of the scope, cost, scheduling, and quality, and then we'd be presenting a YouTube video. Discussion on the video would be looking at the PowerPoint slides that outline the main points from the video. Because students perceive and comprehend information differently, with this activity I will present to the students various ways to meet the needs of different learners based on the content being covered. Essentially, reflective practice is a process of thinking through professional issues, problems, or dilemmas. Moon 2004 suggests that a common sense view sees reflection learning to some learning or as a change of behavior. We will move on then to the multiple means of engagement. This would be formed in a group activity. The use of the appropriate medium for the development of a project management plan. These activities will engage the students in interacting with the content and the academic language. They will have various ways to interact with the content so that the varying learning styles will be catered for, as well as the reflective practitioner. The use of the Google Docs as well as Zoom will be presented to the students. As I interact with the class, they would exhibit what Schoon called knowing in action, much of which is tacit or unstated and difficult for others to imitate. Such knowing might include interpreting body language, reading the emotions of the students, or knowing when to use humor or intuitive thinking. And this is what the first activity that the students would have for assignment based on. It would be a group collaboration whereby they would be creating a project management plan using an appropriate technology tool. They would form teams of 4 to 5 persons and present this with about 15 to 20 styles. The steps for following this would be these here, and as well as an outline of how the project management plan should look. Then we'd move on to the multiple means of expression. This would also be a take-home where the student would work now by themselves and then they would work together. Students will take the VARK questionnaire to understand better their learning preference in order to have a better reflective piece. Because students differ in the ways they navigate a learning environment and express what they know, this section will seek to explain the various ways in which the student will demonstrate what they have learned, and they would get this from the VARK questionnaire. They can use written, video, audio, or multimedia formats to present their discussion. As Gibbs 1988 suggested, there was a more detailed 6-stage model where the emphasis is on the description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, and an action plan, which is what the students would have. When they have presented their journal, they would then be allowed to reflect upon others and respond in whatever way, whichever format they would prefer, whether it be written, video, podcast, or PowerPoint presentation. The extension to the activity would be what activity 1 and 2 holds, and then these are the references that were used. I do hope that you enjoyed the presentation and that you would use this with your classrooms. Thank you.